Hello, sixth graders. This is Mr. Shear wishing you a happy day. I hope it's a good morning or a good afternoon whenever you're watching this video. This video should be a shorter video than other videos because it's a continuation of a concept that we introduced in yesterday's lesson. So this is just additional practice today, and I think it'll be a shorter video than many of the videos. Your assignment is a worksheet. It looks like this. It's called Lesson 3 Skills Practice. It's in your Google Classroom. As always, you want to open your assignment, but put your answers on the attached Google Doc answer key. I want to be really clear that in this video, I'm doing examples from a different worksheet called Homework Practice. So it's not called Skills Practice, but these are just example problems that are not on your worksheet. And so please don't just think that we're answering the questions from your worksheet. As always, calculator recommended. If you do not have a calculator, there should be one built into your device. There's also a link in the Google Classroom to a digital calculator. Otherwise, get your calculator now, I would recommend. All right, your first question. They want you to write this as a unit rate, 3 inches of rain in 6 hours. There are 2 ways to solve this question, and both ways are correct. Method 1 is the fraction way. Now I'm going to say this throughout this video. If you want to try and solve this as a fraction, I would pause your video now and resume it when you want to see the answer. I'm going to pause this first time for about 5 seconds for you to figure out how to pause. All right. So I solved this one by finding the greatest common factor of 3 and 6, which was 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, 6 divided by 3 is 2, so I have 1/2. That doesn't reduce to a number over 1 easily, so I just leave that as my answer. It is 1/2 inches, and what I have to do with that is put it over 1 hour. So you reduce the fraction and put it over 1. That is the fraction method. The other method is the decimal method. Divide the top and the bottom by 6. 3 divided by 6 is 0.5, and 6 divided by 6 is 1. And that is your answer. 0.5 inches of rain per 1 hour. Either way is correct. You could solve it as a fraction over 1 hour, or you could solve it as a decimal over 1 hour. Okay, this is a good time to pause your video if you want to try and solve this on your own. And I'm going to go through it in just a sec. All right. So the easiest way to do this one is as a decimal. Again, you need to get it over 1, so I divide both the top of the ratio, $46, by 5, and I divide the bottom of the ratio, 5 toys, by 5. That's going to guarantee that I'm going to get a 1 at the bottom of my ratio. 46 divided by 5 is $9.20. So my answer is $9.20 for each 1 toy. Again, pause your video if you want to try and solve these on your own. All right, these are both pretty straightforward. 70 miles in 2 hours, just divide both the top and the bottom of the ratio by 2 to make it a unit rate, and you end up with 35 miles in 1 hour. And then for number 4, 64 ounces in 8 cups, divide both the top and the bottom by 8, and you're going to end up with 8 ounces per 1 cup. And finally, a story problem example. Tiffany pays $40 for 160 minutes of talk time on her cell phone. How many minutes of talk time does she get per dollar? I want to point out they're telling you in the second sentence minutes per dollar, so that tells you how to set up your fraction. If you want to try and solve it, I would pause the video now. Otherwise, I'm going to solve it in about 5 seconds. Great. So I put 160 on top of 40, and then it's pretty straightforward. Divide both the top 160 by 40 and the bottom by 40, and you should get a final answer of 4 minutes per dollar. The hardest part about story problems is setting it up correctly, but usually in the final sentence they tell you how the ratio should be set up by cueing in to the words and the order that they put those words. That's it, guys. Short video today. Again, your assignment is a worksheet just practicing what we introduced yesterday. If you're watching this on a Friday, happy Friday. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in.